It's Saturday the 9th of March and welcome to White Regis TV News, coming to you live from the heart of White Regis. I hope you're having a good weekend, although the weather's taken a turn for the worse here in White Regis compared to the lovely day we had yesterday. And in the news this week, childhood infections like measles and whooping cough are rising, with outbreaks currently happening across the country. Such infections can have a huge impact on your child's life. They can miss out on school due to time spent unwell, be hospitalised and even experience lifelong complications and disability. So if your child is not vaccinated, they're not protected. In Dorset, clinicians are currently asking parents and carers to check their children's vaccinations are up to date, and if not, to speak to their GP and make some arrangements. Vaccinations have ensured the UK has been declared free of diseases such as polio, with others like diphtheria almost completely and fully controlled. However, in recent years there has been a trend of lower vaccination uptake, and this has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. The UK's childhood vaccination programme prevents around 5,000 deaths and over 100,000 hospital admissions each year in England alone. All childhood vaccinations offered by the NHS have an excellent safety record, having been used in millions of children worldwide. All medicines, however, can cause side effects, but all health authorities around the world agree that immunisation is the safest way to protect children's health. Now, Rachel Partridge, who's the Deputy Director of Public Health for Dorset Council, said childhood routine vaccinations are our best line of defence in preventing childhood diseases, which can cause illness and serious complications for some. Vaccination rates nationally have declined in recent years, and latest outbreaks in London and the West Midlands have reminded us why it's so important topic to look at. We are taking this opportunity to remind parents and carers to check their child's vaccinations are up to date to ensure they are best protected against a range of infections. Now, if you are unsure if your child has missed any of their routine immunisations, first check your red book. All children in the UK get a red book, and if you've lost your red book or haven't got one, do speak to your GP practice. Now, for more information on vaccinations, you can go to www.nhs.uk/childhood vaccinations, no gaps or dashes or anything, www.nhs.uk/childhood immunisations. Now, the Bring Your Own campaign sparks sustainable shopping revolution. That's the headline. Litter Free Dorset has announced the launch of their Little Free Dorset's Bring Your Own campaign, a community-driven initiative that empowers individuals to bring their own packaging when out and about in Dorset, while prompting businesses that are committed to cutting waste and reducing their environmental impact. Food and drink packaging accounts for over 20% of litter in our towns and on our beaches, and Litter Free Dorset are out to change that. The Bring Your Own campaign is not just a movement, it's a call to action for the community to take charge of their environmental impact and make sustainable choices for themselves. By encouraging the simple act of taking your own packaging, Litter Free Dorset aim to inspire a collective effort towards a more sustainable lifestyle for people and businesses across Dorset. Simply put, the Bring Your Own campaign is a call for everyone to bring their own packaging whenever possible, whether they are popping to the shops, grabbing a takeaway or browsing a local market. There are opportunities to bring your own packaging. What sets the campaign apart is a collaboration between independent businesses that are not only changing their own practices but also becoming ambassadors for changing in the community. From coffee shops to gift shops, greengrocers to fish and chip shops, each participating business empowers their customers to reuse existing packaging, cut single-use plastics, protect precious local landscapes and contribute to a more sustainable future for Dorset. So look out for information in your local supermarkets and fish and chip shops and coffee shops. If you want to learn more, go on to Google and search for Litter Free Dorset, and you will find lots of information on their website of interest to you. Now, residents are invited to a flag-raising ceremony. Residents are invited to a flag-raising ceremony organised by Dorset Council to celebrate Commonwealth Day this Monday, the 11th of March. Commonwealth Day is an annual celebration observed by people all over the Commonwealth in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean and Americas, the Pacific and Europe to highlight the strengths of the unique bond that exists between 56 countries working together to promote prosperity, democracy and global peace. This year's theme is about forging a sustainable and peaceful common future to help further promote peace, improve the lives of Commonwealth citizens and ensure a better future for its young people. The service will take place outside of County Hall in Dorchester starting at 10 a.m. That's on Monday the 11th of March. The opening prayer will be led by the Reverend Cora Yarian, followed by the Commonwealth Affirmation read by Councillor Val Pothecary, the Chairman of Dorset Council. The service continues with HM Lord Lieutenant Mr Angus Campbell reading a message from His Majesty the King, who is head of the Commonwealth, and the High Sheriff of Dorset, Mr Colin Weston, will read a message from the Right Honourable Patricia Scotland, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, before the Reverend Corey closes the ceremony with a prayer. Councillor Pothecary, the Chairman of Dorset Council, said this year's theme for Commonwealth Day is One Resilient Common Future, Transforming Our Commonwealth. The theme highlights how the 56 member countries must harness their strengths by building resilience, unlocking potential, levering the Commonwealth advantage and fostering a connected digital Commonwealth. This transformation is vital to ensure a resilient common future where no one is left behind. Now, Commonwealth Day will mark the beginning of a week-long series of events and activities happening around the globe, including faith and civic gatherings, debates, school assemblies, flag-raising ceremonies and cultural events. If you want to learn more about the Commonwealth and Commonwealth Day, you can pop along to the following website, thecommonwealth.org/Commonwealth-Day. So thecommonwealth.org/Commonwealth-Day. Now, it won't be long until the local elections in May, and we will also be having a general election sometime this year. So residents are reminded that they will need to be registered to vote and show an approved form of photo ID when they go to the polling stations on the 2nd of May to elect for Dorset councillors as well as town and parish councils and the Police and Crime Commissioner elections. Following the Elections Act of 2022, photographic identification is a mandatory requirement for everyone voting at polling stations. Residents will also need photo ID to vote at parliamentary general elections expected to be called sometime this year. Various forms of photo ID are acceptable, including a driving licence, passport, older person's bus pass, a blue badge or disabled person's bus pass, and the full list of acceptable ID can be found on the Electoral Commission website, so just search for Electoral Commission. Residents can also use an expired ID, such as an out-of-date passport, as long as the photo is still a good likeness. Now, for those that do not have one of the acceptable forms of ID, you can get a voter authority certificate. These can be obtained online. Applications must be submitted by the 24th of April, so they can be processed in time for the 2nd of May elections. And the voter authority certificate is valid for 10 years for all elections. You need to be registered to vote. That you need to be registered by the 16th of April, and you need to apply for that voter authority certificate by the 24th of April. So if you search for Voter Authority Certificate Dorset, it will take you along to a website with all the information you need about the ID and a link of where you can apply for your Voter Authority Certificate. Police officers from Dorset Police are appealing for witnesses or anyone with information to come forward following an exposure incident in Weymouth. The incident occurred at around 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 28th of February, as the victims, a man aged in his 30s and a child, were in Leamington Road. it's reported that a man walked towards them and exposed himself. An altercation ensued between the victim and the man before they left the area. Police Constable Daniel Goswell of Weymouth Police said this is understandably a very unpleasant incident for the victims, and we are carrying out numerous inquiries into the incident. I'm appealing for anyone who saw any suspicious activity in the area, or to residents who may have captured the incident on their doorbell or home security cameras, to please get in touch. And as ever, to contact Dorset Police, you can call 101, excuse me, or if you wish to give information anonymously, you can do this via the Crime Stoppers charity on 0800 555 111. That's 0800 555 111. Now, staying with Dorset Police, but something a little bit different, Dorset Police is launching a competition to encourage the public to create stories to help prevent people from falling victim to fraudsters. Fraud equates for over 40% of all crime reported in England and Wales. Excuse me, got a frog. With an estimated 80% of fraud offences not reported, according to data released by the National Crime Agency. Between the 5th of December 2022 and the 5th of January 2024, people living and working in Dorset have reported 4,599 incidents to the government's fraud service, Action Fraud. And these are the national agency that investigates the vast majority of fraud offences. Action Fraud estimates Dorset residents have lost just under £20 million to fraud within the 13-month period covered by those statistics. To help the public to spot common signs of fraud, Dorset Police is launching a storytelling competition to encourage conversations about fraudulent behaviour and help prevent people from unknowingly sharing personal details or banking information with criminals. Damien Cranny from Dorset Police said, "We know that fraud remains significantly underreported and can have devastating consequences of victims, with some being left in financial difficulty and feeling ashamed of having been manipulated by the fraudsters. Fairy tales and fables have been used for centuries to warn people of danger. These stories are often entertaining and easy to remember, and will believe they could be a powerful tool to educate people about the dangers of fraud and how to protect themselves from it. I hope that both children and adults will support us by taking part in this competition to help us protect people from fraud and make life difficult for the scammers." The competition launched on the 5th of March and is open for people of all ages. Members of the public have until midnight on the 30th of April to submit their entries, and prizes will be awarded to the selected winners in each of 5 age categories. For more information about the competition or to download an entry form, you can go to competition.mysafedorset.com. So competition.mysafedorset.com. And of course, if you suspect you are targeted by a scam, you can report it to Dorset Police online, or by calling 101, or by contacting Action Fraud, which is www.actionfraud.police.uk. www.actionfraud.police.uk. Young people in Dorset have new safe and fun space thanks to the Will Does Bus, which visits Weymouth Esplanade. In a creative response to the evolving needs of the Weymouth community, the Dorset Council Targeted Youth Work Team is joining forces with Dorset Youth Association to roll out the Will Does Bus. The bus itself was funded for by the Will Does charity, an organisation dedicated to improving the mental health and well-being of young people in Dorset. The programme launched on the 7th of February and spans 7 weeks before moving to the Marsh Skate Park. The bus is open on Wednesday evenings for local young people, offering a safe and supportive haven from 5:30 to 8 p.m. In a departure from the traditional community youth work approach typically conducted in public spaces like train stations or park areas, the Will Does Bus initiative recognises the challenges posed by unlit, cold and dull spaces during this time of year. The Will Does Bus project introduces a mobile safe space providing young people with a refuge to relax, play music, engage in games and connect with trained youth workers. With refreshments on hand, the bus becomes a hub for open conversations about any issue impacting the lives of the local young people. The bus's design includes a dedicated quiet room for confidential one-to-one conversations if needed. In the future, the team wish to explore additional locations within the Weymouth area to extend its reach. More children are now cycling to school in Dorset, thanks to the success of Bike It Plus project, says a new report. Bike It Plus, which is funded by Dorset Council and run by the charity Sustrans, has been working with schools across Dorset to help encourage more young people to walk, cycle or wheel to school. In the past year, the project has supported over 36 schools to deliver fun and engaging activities that boost the skill level of young people in walking, wheeling or cycling, giving children and their parents the confidence and ability to travel to and from school actively. Activities have included learn to ride, cycle confidence and scooter skills sessions, as well as bike maintenance and repair workshops. Bike It Plus officers have also run community events, interactive school assemblies, competitions and breakfasts to help tackle some of the barriers and challenges to active travel. The sessions have proven to be very popular and last year were attended by over 15,000 children, staff and parents. As a result, over 470 children in the county have been supported to learn how to ride a bike or to improve their cycling skills. According to the project, this has led to an increase in the number of children now travelling to school by active means. Bike It Plus has also helped schools to promote active travel in their communities and access local funding to improve walking and cycling facilities at their sites. Now, one such school is South Hill Primary School in Weymouth. And this is one of the schools that has received support for the project this year. And with the help of Bike It Plus, they have now launched a Friday bike bus. The bike bus works like a normal bus, picking up children at designated stops along the route. A bit like some schools are doing a walking bus where adults go out and pick up children on the way through and they all walk together, called a walking bus. Recent surveys carried out by the project have shown an overall decrease in the number of pupils being driven to school where Bike It Plus support has been given. If this change in behaviour is sustained over the next year, it is expected that over 75,000 miles in car journeys will be avoided. Now, the Pineapple Project, an initiative dedicated to safeguarding young women, is gearing up for an expansion beyond Weymouth, where it's been running for some time, and now reaching out to Swanage, Dorchester and Portland. The project, run by Dorset Council, aims to proactively prevent harm and create safe communities for girls. The Pineapple Project combines traditional and innovative safeguarding methods to address the risks faced by young women. It gives them a safe haven when things don't go to plan, perhaps by stepping into a local shop where they can charge their phone or put some distance between them and the person who is bothering them. Rather than waiting for incidents to occur, the project focuses on prevention, creating an environment where girls feel safe in their communities. As part of the expansion of the project, the team are looking for businesses which have premises in the town centres to sign up to be a part of the solution by becoming community guardians. As part of this, they will go through a vetting process, and once approved, they display the Pineapple Project sign in their windows, signifying that they are a safe space for young women who may feel at risk. Businesses in Weymouth, Portland, Swanage and Dorchester who would like to find out more about becoming a Pineapple Project Community Guardian can register their interest online. And if you go to Google and you type in Dorset Council Pineapple Project, you'll find the website to go to. That's Dorset Council Pineapple Project in your Google search engine. Now, Great Western Railway will be affected, or their services will be affected by central maintenance work between Dorchester and Weymouth later in the month. Trains on the Heart of Wessex line between Somerset and Dorset will be impacted by track renewal work from Sunday the 17th to Wednesday the 20th of March. Trains will start and terminate at Yeovil Penmill instead of Weymouth on Sunday, then at Dorchester West from Monday to Wednesday. South Western Railway trains will run to Weymouth on Sunday, but will start and terminate from Dorchester South from Monday to Wednesday as well. So that's from the 17th to the 20th of March. Replacement buses will operate between Yeovil, Penmill and Weymouth on Sunday, then between Dorchester South and Weymouth from Monday to Wednesday. Replacement buses are also planned to run between Wareham and Bournemouth for South Western Railway services on the Sunday. So just be prepared to check your travel arrangements between the 17th and the 20th of March. Now, Weymouth Town Council is organising a number of free community events to bring people together in the town, with the first one in Littlemore on Wednesday the 3rd of April. Littlemore Springtime Community Day is the first of 4 free community events that Weymouth Town Council is organising this year. The event will be held at the Littlemore Top Club, Louviers Road, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. during the school holidays on Wednesday the 3rd of April. There will be arts and crafts for children along with the children's rides and games. Houseworks Dorset CIC will be bringing their photographic exhibition My Place, My Space to the event. They are a community engagement service supporting families, young people and adults to thrive through creative practices, workshops and events. Top Club's Cafe will also be open for refreshments during the event, and there will be information stands and activities for the family to enjoy. There will be 2 more free community events this summer, on Tuesday the 6th of August at Links Road, Westham, and Wednesday the 28th of August at Wyke Gardens at Portland Road. A further event in the autumn will also take place, and the Town Council will announce further details in due course. And finally, in tonight's headlines, a raft of exciting plans to commemorate the 80th anniversary of D-Day in Weymouth was discussed at the Environment and Services Committee of Weymouth Town Council this last week. Weymouth Town Council has allocated £5,000 towards various activities to run on Thursday the 6th of June to mark the 80th anniversary, and is also working with Portland Town Council and Dorset Council to coordinate several events that will make Weymouth and Portland a focal point for people to come and enjoy this once-in-a-generation occasion. Events agreed by the committee include working with the Knowth Fort to host 2 early evening sessions where access to the fort is free to the local community. These sessions can accommodate up to 400 visitors at a time and will feature a D-Day exhibition, entertainment and potential talks or workshops. A ticketed beacon lighting event for dignitaries will also take place, with 100 tickets being made available to the public. A 1940s themed van would also serve up portions of the seaside classic fish and chips at the Knowth, and the Town Council is exploring whether some portions could be provided for free. This activity has been chosen to time with National Fish and Chip Day, which has been moved to June the 6th this year to coincide with the D-Day anniversary. A bid for an RAF fly pass has also been submitted by Group Captain RAF retired RJ Tripp on behalf of Weymouth and Portland to mark the 80th anniversary of D-Day. If the bid is successful, the fly pass will be visible across the Isle of Portland and Weymouth Bay at approximately 11 a.m. on the 6th of June. Of course, this is weather dependent and subject to other national commitments. The Knowth Fort is also developing an exhibition highlighting the human cost of D-Day. Excuse me. Designed to be family friendly, the story will be conveyed through models, video presentations, newspaper reports, voice recordings of resident stories and images from Weymouth Museum. A possible static display of military vehicles either on Weymouth seafront or at the fort to showcase some of the vehicles that are normally involved in the Town Council's Armed Forces weekend event. If the vehicles are available, this will be free to visit and for photos to be taken. And a local Weymouth Punch and Judy operator will also be designing a World War II D-Day themed show, which will be free to watch on the seafront in its regular location. And all of these events are in addition to the Council's usual annual Armed Forces weekend, which will also take place over the weekend of June the 22nd and 23rd. And that's the end of the headlines this week. Now, tomorrow is Mothering Sunday, now referred to by most people as Mother's Day. Mothering Sunday is a day honouring mother churches, the church where someone is baptised and has been celebrated since the Middle Ages. On Mothering Sunday, Christians have historically visited their mother church, the church which they were baptised. In the 1700s and 1800s, when country houses and stately homes had live-in domestic staff, it was sometimes the only day off that the domestic servants had for the whole year, in order that they might attend a service in their mother church and perhaps visit their families too. Now, Constance Adelaide Smith revived its modern observance beginning in 1913 to honour Mother Church, mothers of earthly homes, the Virgin Mary as the Mother of Jesus, and Mother Nature. It gained popularity in response to the original American Mother's Day. The holiday is now often known as Mother's Day in the United Kingdom, has become a secular celebration of mothers and motherhood. So that's just a bit of background on where Mother's Day, which started off as Mothering Sunday hundreds of years ago, where people went back to the church where they were baptised, but today is more commonly celebrating mothers and motherhood. Now, here in White Regis, the church will be marking Mothering Sunday tomorrow as usual, and today they've been very busy preparing flowers to hand out to mothers if they go along to the service tomorrow. And here's a little bit of video showing you what they've been up to today.
This morning, people at All Saints Church were very busy preparing posies for the Mothering Sunday service tomorrow. Had fun making them, and now we look forward to giving them to people at the 8 o'clock and 9:30 service at All Saints Church tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you there.
And thank you very much to Janet Hall for providing that video today. And of course, you'll be very welcome at All Saints Church tomorrow if you're a mother or a child, or if you're just anybody who'd like to come along and celebrate Mother Church and pick up some flowers and stay for some cake and a cup of tea or coffee afterwards. Always a warm welcome for you there. Now it's time in today's programme where we go over to Andrew Wright for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to White Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, the musical fantasy film Wonka was released on home video. The film stars Timothy Chalamet as the titular Roald Dahl character Willy Wonka in this origin story for the character, with the film depicting his early days of his chocolatier career and experiencing illegal harassment from his competition. The film star has an ensemble cast of both British and American actors, including Keegan-Michael Key, Patton Joseph, Matt Lucas, Sally Hawkins, Rowan Atkinson, Olivia Colman, and Hugh Grant. Now, this is my first time watching the film. I didn't really have any expectations of it. I thought, I have to say, I found this film had a lot of charm. Like, the film's really charming. Timothée Chalamet's quite good in the lead role, but the cast was massively overacting, as if this was like a stage play, not a film. And I always found it's pretty much the charm that's on the front that you see in the film. That's pretty much all there is to it. So I gave the film 3 stars out of 5. This weekend, the new Blumhouse horror film Imaginary releases in cinemas. The film stars DeWanda Wise, Tom Payne, and Betty Buckley, and revolves around a woman moving her family into her childhood home when her old teddy bear still resides. But when her stepdaughter grows attached to it, her behaviour starts becoming concerning, and the bear is quickly revealing itself as something sinister. Now, I'm planning to watch this when it comes out on home video, so you have to stay tuned for my review. I don't know when that'll be, because I'm still waiting for them to put up Night Swim for pre-order. There currently isn't any reviews for it online, so I'm not able to comment on its quality at this time. So you might have to check online. This weekend, the dark fantasy film Damsel arrives on Netflix as a Netflix original film. The film stars Stranger Things' Millie Bobby Brown and Angela Bassett, Oscar nominee for Black Panther, and she stars in 911, and it revolves around a sheltered young princess who is arranged to marry a prince, but is then betrayed and left to be sacrificed to a dragon, and she has to rely only on her wits and will to survive. The film had previously been scheduled for last October, but was delayed due to the Hollywood strikes. Now, so far this film has mixed reviews from critics, and it kind of looks like one of those feminist movies. So I'm not sure about that. I'll try to slot it in where I can, because I'm not sure when I'll be watching it, but I will try and have a review ready for next week, so stay tuned. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week, where I'll be reacting to the Oscars, because that's this weekend, this Sunday, on ITV1 and ITVX. Now, so that's all I have. Now back to get in the studio.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And we'll be back with Andrew next week, where I'm sure he'll be making some comments about who gets Oscars in the Oscar Awards ceremony that's on tomorrow. So thank you to Andrew. It's now time in the programme where we go to the Met Office and for our weekly weekend weather forecast. And this week we are joined by Greg Dewhurst.
Hello there, welcome to your latest forecast from the Met Office. There is a lot of cloud across the UK, but we have seen some sunnier breaks already this morning. Looking at the bigger picture, and the reason for this is low pressure sits to the south of the UK. Quite a brisk easterly breeze, particularly across the northern half of the UK today, making it feel chillier than the numbers suggest, and staying fairly cloudy as we move through the rest of the weekend into the beginning of next week too, with some outbreaks of rain, which we do have around for this afternoon, particularly across northern England into Northern Ireland, and a few heavier bursts also coming into the southwest. But we've had some lovely sunshine across the southeast this morning. Through this afternoon, cloud will generally tend to fill that in, though there could be still a few brighter breaks in places. But any brighter breaks could just trigger 1 or 2 heavy showers across, say, the Midlands into parts of Wales. So you can see that keen easterly breeze there, so it will just make it feel quite chilly. Temperatures here, single figures in the north. In the south, in the best of any brighter spells, we could see highs around 13 or 14 Celsius. But with that wind, it will feel quite chilly, and looking at the feels-like temperatures, around 2 or 3 degrees across many northern parts of the UK, single figures further south, stuck under the cloud and rain in the southwest there will be quite bitter. As we go through into the evening time, further outbreaks of rain, which could be heavy at times, moves from southwest England into Wales. Elsewhere, a lot of low cloud into the early hours, some outbreaks of rain and drizzle too. And there could be a few clearer spells from time to time, largely Northern Ireland, western parts of Scotland. Here is where we'll see the lowest temperatures dipping into low single figures, but the vast majority of the cloud, the breeze, gusts still around 20 to 30 miles an hour. It will keep temperatures up above freezing. freezing. But a grey damp start to Sunday. Outbreaks of rain could be heavy at times over the higher ground. The rain pushes north and westwards as we go through the day. Early sunshine across the Highlands becoming limited here by the afternoon. A few brighter breaks in between where we can see some drier weather, particularly across southern parts of Wales into southwest England. And just like today, tomorrow we could see 1 or 2 sharp showers developing here. And just notice the arrow still coming in off the North Sea, so it will feel quite chilly in that breeze. Temperatures struggling in the north and the east there, staying in single figures, but in any brightness towards the southwest, highs up to around 13 Celsius once more. Into the evening time, low pressure still dominating, a lot of cloud around to end the weekend. A few clear spells towards the southwest, but these again filling in later on, and temperatures overnight into Monday staying above freezing once more. So generally cloudy for most of us through the weekend, outbreaks of rain at times, but some of us will see some sunshine with that cool easterly breeze continuing. If you'd like more information on the weather where you are for the next few days, the week ahead, you can follow us on our social media channels. See you again soon.
Thank you very much there, Greg, for the weekend national weather forecast from the Met Office. Looking at our local weather forecast for the week ahead, oh dear, is I think all I can say. The next few days are looking to be quite showery, and there are 3 spots under the clouds, which means the rain could be quite heavy. And look, tomorrow we've got a little red sort of lightning strike under the clouds, so it looks like tomorrow we may have some thunder and lightning, and still quite mild for this time of year. Right, moving to our What's On this week, starting with Weymouth Pavilion as usual. 10th of March, tomorrow, Dreamcoat Stars. 13th of March, Justin Hayward's Blue World Tour. 16th of March, Dorchester Ballet and Dance. 19th of March, Tim Vine. 22nd of March, Simon and Garfunkel Through the Years. And 23rd of March, Lost in Music. Now, if you want any more information on those shows and lots of other shows coming up at Weymouth Pavilion, go to their website online at weymouthpavilion.com, and you can also get information and tickets via the box office 01305 783 225. Knowth Fort, 10th of March, a rocking Mother's Day. I think they've got the Rock Choir, one of the local rock choirs there, and other events for mothers tomorrow. 17th of March, Spy, Science and Explosive Education Day at the Knowth. 28th of March to 14th of April, Easter Fun Fair. 27th of April, Victorian Falconry and Hawking. 4th to 6th of May, Victorian Children's Events. And 25th of May to 2nd of June, Pirates of the Knowth Fort. And much more coming up at the Knowth Fort as well over the summer. Again, go to their website where you can buy any tickets that you need to buy, www.knowtheFort.org.uk. Turning now to Arts Reach, very full programme for Arts Reach in the months ahead. Just looking at some of those that are in our area of the county. 15th of March, the Fleet Drifters and Sceners, Royal Manor Theatre, Portland. 20th of March, Amberlin, Wolf at the Door, Milbourne, St Andrew Village Hall. 24th of March, Broadside Bangers at Broadmain Village Hall. And also 24th of March, Behold Ye Ramblers at Burton Bradstock Village Hall. Now that's just a taster. For more information on all of the events throughout Dorset, pop along to their website at www.artsreach.co.uk. Now, church services in Wyke tomorrow, 8 a.m. communion at All Saints Church, 9:30 Mothering Sunday service All Saints Church, and 11 o'clock service at St Edmund's Church, Weymouth. Now, just to say, our other programme tonight is our Saturday night quiz at 7:30. That is there for anyone who'd like to join us. Anyone, it's free, it's family friendly, and for the whole community. Anyone is more than welcome to join us on our regular Saturday evening quiz. Stream will be live by about 7:20, so you can find us and get yourself comfortable for a fairly prompt start at 7:30. Now, just before I go, I'd just like to say that one of our regular contributors to our channel, Clive Gray, who does our gardening programme, A Year Gardening with Clive Gray, is celebrating a birthday this weekend, so I had a text from Clive while we were broadcasting, so just to say wishing you a very happy birthday this weekend, Clive, and hope it isn't too wet all weekend for you, and maybe you'll be joining us for the quiz tonight and we'll be able to say happy birthday to you on the quiz programme. Of course, if you've got any news or events for us coming up, do drop us an email at news@whitecourageous.tv, news@whitecourageous.tv. We would love to hear from you, and we can share your events and news with the wider community in next week or a future programme. Now that's all we have for you this weekend. Hope you have a very good weekend and a good week ahead. Don't forget the brolly if you're going out, or a decent coat. And I'll be back with you next Saturday at 6 o'clock. Until then, I hope you have a very good week. Good night.